We welcome you into Beaver, Ohio, a regional quarterfinal matchup here in Week 12. Dewey and Tim Daly along with you. Glad to have you with us. The undefeated Eastern Eagles set to host the Waterford Wildcats out of the TVC Hawking. Should be a fun matchup here in Week 12.
Well, I guess the first thing I should do is make a comment about the weather, and I'm telling you, for Week 12, we could be playing golf in shorts. Now, I realize it's when we pulled in the thermometer, or the I guess it was the thermometer outside, and the car said it was 60, but I had checked earlier, and at 10 o'clock it's supposed to be 44. I don't know what the wind chill factor is, but there's very little wind. So this is a very comfortable Week 12, an absolute outstanding Division 7 setup here, and we're excited for this game.
Yep, Division 7, Region 27. The winner will have Notre Dame or Caldwell. They're playing over at the Spartan Municipal Stadium over in Portsmouth. Actually, I believe that game might be at Caldwell. I can't exactly remember who the higher seed was.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
But that's who the winner will play in the regional semifinal in Week 13 for Eastern, an undefeated 11-0 season, only their 10th season as a program. So a great year for Coach Tomlinson on the year. They started off with a win over Miller. That's actually one of the two common opponents between the two teams, and they pick up a win over Huntington and Southeastern, two SVC schools, and then Fayetteville, one of the lone shack schools that have football, and they wrapped it up in the league. Actually, they play Southern first, and then Eastern, Sims Valley, Notre Dame, South Gallia, Green, and then obviously last week a win over Shadyside in Week 11.
Well, I think it's rare, although we are in the regional. This is regional semis. Quarterfinals. That's why but you would think that there would be more common opponents, or even, you could even get two teams from the same league. And the funny thing about it is, if Notre Dame was to win and Eastern was to win, then those are conference competitors. But hey, I'm glad that we're in here and that we are able to broadcast a game of Waterford's, because we have almost no opportunity to do that during the regular season. And to be quite honest, through no mistake of anybody's made, but this is our first trip to Eastern. So right. it's we're really expecting to have a nice football game tonight.
Yeah, and for Waterford, 7-4, 3-1 in the TVC Hawking. Obviously, Eastern Megs, who we got to see, I think it was in Week 4 against Notre Dame, wins the league. They're actually the 1 seed in Region 27. But for the Wildcats, they opened things up with a 20-0 win over Alexander, then a lopsided loss at Caldwell, who, if they were to win, could potentially match up with next week. Then a win against Shenandoah, then a loss to Belpre, a win against Belpre, win against Shenandoah. Then they drop a game to Eastern Megs, who once again we have seen before this season. Then they pick up a win against Frontier, win against Southern, lose to Harrison Central, beat Trimble, lose to Fort Fry, and then pick up a win over Miller last week.
Well, and like you said, Week 3 or Week 4, we're down in Spartan Stadium, and we were, had the opportunity to witness Eastern Megs, and
down to their third tailback.
Right, and we're absolutely legit, and just a ground and pound team that wasn't going to do anything else, and it wasn't always pretty, but it was certainly effective. And they obviously in my opinion, wore Notre Dame down and just had more of it. And when a team has that style of offense, that's how they do it. I mean, they keep running at you and running at you and running at you. And if you can't stop it, you got a problem.
First meeting between the two teams in both of their schools' history. Obviously not too surprising, as Eastern's only been around for a decade now, entering their 10th season. First undefeated season under Coach Tomlinson. One thing that you kind of notice when you look at Eastern is only 3 of their 11 wins have been against teams with a winning record. One of those teams was Week 1 against Miller, the team that Waterford took down in Week 11. Miller with a 6-5 record, and then the win over Notre Dame in Week 8. Notre Dame with an 8-3 record, and then just a week later against South Gallia there, I think they finished up at 7-4. That was in Week 9.
Yeah. Well, like I said too, you know, there's a couple of Division 7, Division 6 leagues in this area. There's a lot of Division 5, you know, and there's, of course, there's a lot of Division 4 and Division 3. But again, we're expecting to see a hard-fought contest tonight.
Yep, common opponents Miller and Southern. For Waterford, a 35-12 win over Miller. Eastern 43-15, and then you look at Southern. This one's a bit more lopsided as Waterford picks up a 49-7 win over, I believe they're the Twisters. And then Eastern picks up a 50-49 win, so a lot tighter in that matchup than with Waterford and Southern.
Well, and I mean, we're just trying to give, the audience out there some type of idea of what we're up against here. Really and truly, you can just about, throw some of that stuff out because it really doesn't matter. What really matters is what happens the next 2.5 hours right here.
Eastern set to receive the opening kickoff of the first half. Jace White and Tegan Warner, the two deep men for the Eagles. Riker Hutchins to boot it away for the Wildcats. Week 12 action, our 14th live stream in 12 weeks. A great year for us and a great way to wrap it up.
It is. It absolutely is. We couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Started off with Valley and Portsmouth all the way back on that Thursday in week 1. Now our final Friday night, November 3rd. Waterford at Eastern, week 12.
We're just about to get this party started.
Hutchins gives the sign and boots away right down the middle of the field. This is Jace White up the middle of the field on the return. Up to about the 35-yard line.
Jace White on the return. Tackle number 12, Gavin Heiner.
First look at this Eagle offense in week 12. Led by senior Dylan Morton, 1,754 passing yards on the season, 22 passing touchdowns. Also has 5 rushing touchdowns on 375 yards.
37.
Eagles out and twins on first down. Senior tailback Landon Rhinesmith alongside Morton in the backfield. First down, they'll keep it on the ground. Rhinesmith between the tackles, up past the 45-yard line.
Little zone read, and he obviously got a give read. And they're playing a cover 3 against that 2x2, and that's very dangerous.
Ball spotted right at the 45. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Now trips this way with no adjustment. No adjustment.
Pickup of 8 on first down for Rhinesmith, averaging just under 8 yards per carry at 7.6. 2nd down, right back to Rhinesmith, flag down on the far side. Looks like it could be a sideline warning on the Wildcats.
Sideline warning only.
Again, we haven't had a lot of work up here on film study and stuff, but if the Eastern Eagles have any kind of slip screen or bubble screen as part of their passing package, they can run that till the cows come home if they're going to sit here in the cover 3 against trips.
Starting offensive line for the Eagles, Charles Williams, Brewer Tomlinson, Cade Lice, Justin Bradley, and Ethan Satterfield.
Should be able to run the ball, 6 in the box.
2nd down and 2, 2 receivers both ways for the Eagles. Morton drops back to pass. Over the middle of the field, he's got the senior, Tegan Warner. No, pass is incomplete.
He took a good lick, but that's where the spot's at. That's where the soft spot's at, is right in that little seam right there inside the hash. And really, if anything, that ball might have been a half a beat late, but a good throw. And I'm assuming it was, it should have been Caden McDouglas that rolled over on him.
Rest of the starting offense for the Eagles: Dylan Morton, Landon Rhinesmith, Wyatt Richardson, Jace White, Tegan Warner, and Boston Webb. Same formation, twins. Morton, he'll keep it himself. Up the middle.
I don't think he got it, do we?
Close to the line to gain. Eagles needed the 47.
Tackled by number 33, Colton Jones.
Eastern coming with it. Looks like they're trying to get a little tempo going here because they know they're short. I believe it's 4th down, isn't it?
Needed the 47, at least the way it looks on our camera. He's going to be about 6 inches shy. Ball spotted right at the 47.
Again, I've said this every week. I don't know if the quarterback is reading that or if it's predetermined to keep or give, but obviously that time he thought better of it and kept it.
6 foot, 230 pounds at the signal caller.
That's a nice-sized kid for Division 7. Yeah, he's about a half yard short.
So decision time for Coach Tomlinson here early in the first quarter. 4th down and 1 on his own 47-yard line.
I'm punting this bad boy.
Dylan Morton also listed as the kicker and the punter, so that opens up a lot of potential
kick,
trickiness
yeah.
on 4th down and short. Eagles out in twins once again. Morton in the gun with Ryan Smith on his right hip.
Looks like he's more in the pistol. They got a little, they look like, you know what it looked like to me?
Starts to move under center. Looks like we're going to reset the play clock here. 10:33 to go here in quarter number 1.
I think we're going to get the cheek sneak here.
Brotherly shove. Morton keeps it himself right up the middle. Stood up at the line of scrimmage. We'll have to wait for the official ruling.
I think he got it, but I don't think he got it by a lot.
First down, Eagles.
First down, Dylan Morton.
Dylan Morton moves the chains for the Eagles. First down and 10 from the 48. When you look to the receivers, Jace White, our athlete of the month, I believe, of September. 36 receptions, 692 yards, 11 receiving touchdowns. Tegan Warner, 37 for 560 yards, 7 touchdowns. Wyatt Richardson out of the backfield. 18 catches, 225 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. In motion, this is Warner. Play action pass, near side, looking downfield, pass is caught. Tucker Leist inside the 15.
Pass by Dylan Morton to number 2, Tucker Leist. First down, Eagles.
Just a go route, and you throw it and I'll catch it type situation. And if the ball had been just a little bit more accurate, he walks into the end zone.
38 yards on the connection. Morton to Leist. Eagles now in the Wildcat red zone. First and 10 from the 14. Ryan Smith between the tackles, bounces off a would-be tackler inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles.
Eagle, number 40, Landon Ryan Smith with a 14-yard rush.
Again, all that made possible by, the gamble on 4th down. They convert that 2 plays later. Zone 6.
20th rushing touchdown of the year for Ryan Smith. Morton on for the point after. Warner to hold.
Number 24, Dylan Morton for the extra point.
Morton 19 of 25 on the season. Make it 20 of 26. He connects. The lead is up to 7. 9:40 to go in quarter number 1. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
I'm so sorry.
Number 3,
You're all right.
14-yard rushing touchdown for Landon Rhinesmith, his 20th of the season. Morton boots it away. It'll be returned from inside the Wildcat 25. Down the near sideline, cut back to the middle of the field, still running. And eventually taken down Trevin Zimmer on the return up to midfield.
For the Wildcats. Tackled by number 24, Dylan.
Solid starting field position for the Wildcats here in the first quarter.
Trevor acted like he'd done that before for sure.
Let's take a look at the Wildcats up front. Jace Miller, Dylan McCutcheon, Jacob Burke, Judd Cooper, and Logan Jackson. Freshman quarterback Hayden Jones, fullback Colton Jones, tailback Dylan Taylor. Tight end Max Roberts, 2 wide receivers Caden McDougall, and the junior Jared Heiss. First down, they'll keep it on the ground, straight ahead. This is Jones, near side, has some room. Jones, inside the 25, pushed out of bounds.
Number 33, Colton Jones.
Way too easy. Little power ISO inside, and he found a little crease, made about 15 yards on that, bounced it outside, and nobody's home.
It'll be 1st and 10, Wildcats.
33 yards on first down for the junior.
The Wildcats ball.
1st and 10 from the Eastern 15-yard line.
I'm thinking it might take 50 to win tonight. You think?
Jones with 1,242 passing yards on the season. Starting tailback Dylan Taylor, 697 rushing yards. Jones remains into the game. They'll run play action here. It's Jones on the keeper right side. He's taken down after a pickup of a couple.
Number 3, Hayden Jones.
Again, I'll say it again for the last time. Again, a little zone read action. I can't tell if the give or the keep is predetermined, but obviously that time the quarterback kept the ball, and for a short gain.
2nd down and 9 for the Wildcats. Under 9 to go in quarter number 1.
Eastern's also sitting in a cover 3 when they get that 2x2 looking.
2nd and 9, ball on the 14.
You're asking a lot.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Ball gets away from the quarterback. He rolls out of the pocket. Jones firing far side. Pass is complete.
Boy.
Right at the line to gain.
Number 10, Trevin Zimmerman.
Trevin Zimmer.
4, Christian Smith.
Pushes it to the Eagle 8-yard line. 3rd down and short.
And I'm going to give Waterford the benefit of the doubt there and say that was a pass play, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd say you're looking at a run right here.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. Jones looks to have the first down.
First down, number 33, Colton Jones with the rush.
I believe that's the play that they opened up with and had the long run with on first down. So again, they obviously they have a lot of confidence in that play right now.
New set of downs for the Wildcats. Goal to go from the Eagle 4.
To be Wildcats, 1st to goal, Eastern's 4.
One receiver near side, 2 to the far side. Jones directly behind Hayden Jones. It's Jones straight ahead, brought down just shy of the goal line.
Again, just a power type inside run, short gain, but again, looked like to me he fell at about the 1.
I'm sorry, 73, Justin Bradley.
Under 7 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Goal to go on 2nd down from the 1-yard line.
A little tighter formation.
Empty backfield. Jones rolling right. Looking to the end zone. Running out of time. Shakes the first tackler. He's in. Touchdown. Hayden Jones scrambles in from 1 yard out. A PAT away from knotting it up at 7 apiece.
And again, just an outstanding individual effort by Hayden. It looked like to me he was sacked, and there was multiple Eagles in the vicinity, and he was just able to inch the ball across the goal line.
Riker Hutchins on for the point after, a lefty. I believe the third or fourth.
Yeah, we've had some lefty kickers, yeah.
Kick is on the way. It's too low. Kick is no good. It will remain a 1-point lead for the Eagles with 6:35 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
1-yard rushing touchdown from freshman quarterback Hayden Jones. PAT was no good. A strong scoring drive for the Wildcats after allowing an Eagles score on their opening drive.
Well, you know, if you look at both drives, they were both highlighted. Eastern's with a 30 or 38-yard pass, and same thing with Waterford, except for they did it on the ground. So, and if that's not similar here to Waterford's first chance to return the kick, and Eastern ends up with the ball on the plus side of the field.
Line drive kick to senior tailback Landon Rhinesmith, returned all the way up to the Wildcat 43-yard line. Strong starting field position for the Eagles, up by 1.
Eagles on Waterford's 43. Fans.
Eagles out and Twins on first down and 10.
Split the pot tickets.
Rhinesmith to Morton's left. He's in the gun. First down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rhinesmith between the tackles up past the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 6.
Again, a power lead inside and a nice pickup on 6 yards. Sure makes calling plays on second down fairly easy.
At this time, we ask, noisemakers are not allowed. According to OHSAA, noisemakers are not allowed. They will be confiscated.
Buzzkill.
Hey, what more cowbell, baby? More cowbell.
Second down and 5 for the Eagles from the 38-yard line. Morton play action, looking to throw left side. Passes behind the receiver, Tucker Lice. Second target for Lice so far tonight.
And I'm sure Mr. Morton would like to have that back. He had him open and possibly for some yards after the catch and just didn't get the ball thrown to him accurately. And Mr. Lice needs to understand that when he finds himself that wide open, the best thing he can possibly do is slow down a little bit and make himself a bigger target.
Incompletion brings up third down and 5. 2 receivers near side for the Eagles. They'll keep it on the ground. Rhinesmith between the tackles. He's brought down short of the line to gain. Pickup of about 2 for the senior. 4th down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, it's a good 3 too. I mean, it's a good 3.5. But no question, the Eagles are in a 4-down situation here, and here's an opportunity for for the Waterford defense to get off the field.
4th down territory for Coach Scott Tomlinson.
His second 4th down opportunity, by the way.
Looks like the Eagles need the 33-yard line for the first down. 4th and 3, Morton drops back to pass. Near side, pass is complete to the running back, Wyatt Richardson. He's inside the Wildcat 25. First down, Eagles.
Again, them guys got ice water in their veins. A fairly decent throw, but even a better catch.
Early in the first quarter, Paint Valley tied up with Cincinnati Country Day. Zane Trace trailing by 7 to Purcell Marion.
Now, you're telling me they can't run bubble screen or slip screen out there right now?
First down, Morton looking left side, has all the time in the world, but not for long as he's taken down in the backfield. Dylan McCutcheon with the sack. The freshman coming up big on first down.
I'm not 100% sure. That may have been like a spot route, or they wanted to pump the spot route and was looking for something deep. But you know, here you are with the ball first down and 10 on the 22-yard line. I would have kept pounding that in there. Now they find themselves behind the sticks.
Second down and long, 21 yards to go. Eagles pushed out of the Wildcat 30-yard line. Two receivers both ways for Morton. He'll look to throw, looking left side. Pass is caught inside the 25. This is Tucker Leist, who's brought down right at the 18.
You're going to need about 4, maybe a longer 4. Closer to 5.
Third down and 5 coming up for the Eagles. 16-yard gain on second down.
Again, that's nothing for Eastern. So far, they're 2 for 2 with 2 possessions on fourth down.
The junior Tucker Leist has been a frequent target for Morton here in the early goings. 3 receivers near side for the Eagles. Morton out of the pocket, looking near side. Passes overthrown and incomplete, intended for Wyatt Richardson.
It's a flag.
Flag down around the line of scrimmage.
They got him over a hold. Now they're going to get behind the sticks.
Holding on Eastern.
And again, with it being third down, they have it's going to end up being about 3rd and 15. They're going to need to probably go to the controlled passing, maybe a slip screen type thing, or even some type of screen. They don't have to get all this back at once.
Jackson up 7-0 over Bloom Carroll. One of the bigger matchups in our coverage area this week.
Yeah, and I know we really liked Bloom Carroll. We really like them.
It'll be 3rd and 15, ball on the 28.
Jackson's only loss of the season, I believe, was to Ironton in week 3. Third down and 15 after the penalty. Morton drops back, firing over the middle of the field, a halfback screen. It is incomplete, intended for Jace White.
Well, it's probably a good thing that the ball was incomplete, and we would call that a circle screen because everybody wearing a brown jersey was downfield, and he was about 2 yards beyond the stick.
4th and long for the Eagles.
4th down, 15 yards to go for the Eagles. Need the Wildcat 13 for a new set of downs. 3:04 to go in the first.
Little bit of a bunch formation here.
3 receivers bunched near side. Leist singled up on the far side. Morton back to pass, looking near side. Pass is caught. This is Rhinesmith inside the 25. Needs the 13. Shakes a couple of defenders. What will be brought down well short of the line to gain. A turnover on downs for the Eagles inside the Wildcat 25.
So Waterford draws first blood. And again, the theory there is to get the ball in your best player's hand and see if he can make a play. And let's face it, Mr. Rhinesmith gave everything he had to give. He shook probably. In fact, I believe the kid that tackled him, that was his second chance to try to tackle him. So a great effort by Eastern's tailback.
First down and 10 from their own 23. Screen pass
lateral.
right side. This is Zimmer. Far sideline. Zimmer has the first down and more up past the 35-yard line. Big pickup on first down for Trevin Zimmer.
I'm going to assume, too, that Waterford wants to make that a forward pass, but that was clearly 2 or 3 yards backward. So statistically, that would have to be a rush.
First down and 10 now up to the 37-yard line. They'll go back to the ground. Jones to the 40-yard line.
And again, I believe that Jones, of course, realize you can call him a freshman now, but he's played 11 varsity football games. So, I mean, he's not a freshman anymore, but he plays much bigger than that.
Zimmer in motion, far side. Jones will keep it himself to the 40-yard line, but not a whole lot after that. Just does get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 8.
Yeah, he didn't gain anything. And I think that was a little bit of a, I don't think that play happened quite the way they wanted to have that play. I'm not sure that wasn't supposed to be a draw.
Starting defense for the Eagles, a 4-4 stack up front. Brewer, Tomlinson, Justin Bradley, Bryden Tomlinson, and Braylon Lamerson. Linebackers Brady Moore, Landon Rhinesmith, Landon Cavender, and Wyatt Richardson. You look to the secondary with Tegan Warner, Jace White, and Boston Webb. Third down and 8. Near side, Jones looking downfield, flag down in the backfield, passes incomplete.
Incomplete pass, broken up by number 1, Tegan Warner.
Pass intended for the tight end, Max Roberts.
And I assume here Eastern will
correction to the announcement.
Decline the penalty.
Holding, number 53 on the offense. Penalty is declined. Fourth down.
Holding on the Wildcats, Coach Tomlinson will decline the penalty, so 4th down and 8 will stand from the 40-yard line.
And a really nice, accurate throw, and a ball that looked like, for us, that should have been caught.
Wildcats going to go for it here. 4th down and 8 from the 40. Jones motions back. He'll pooch punt it away. Nobody back deep for the Eagles.
And that's really going to work out for Waterford.
Right at the Eastern 10-yard line.
How far, Johnny?
60 yards. Or excuse me, 50-yard punt for Jones.
50-yard punt. And probably 20 or 25 of it was on the ground. But again, you know, Eastern chose to defend the play and not drop anybody back. And that's obviously what Waterford was intending to have happen.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. 59 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Two receivers near side for the Eagles on 1st down and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Rhinesmith into the secondary, close to the 1st down.
I think it is a 1st down.
Number 3, Peyton Jones.
Looking at the defense
Eagles.
for the Wildcats, a
little bit of tempo here
stack.
from Eastern.
It'll be 1st and 10.
Under 55 seconds to go in the 1st. Morton hands it off. Rhinesmith, back-to-back carries, shakes the first would-be tackler, eventually brought down just outside the 25.
Boy, close to a late hit, too.
Number 40, Landon Rhinesmith with another rush. Tackle by number 14, Xavier Heiss.
About a 5-second differential between the game and play clock. The Eagles do not need to snap the ball here. 2nd down and 5 from the 26.
2nd and 5.
Doesn't look like them. Well,
Eagles to the line, 11 seconds to go in quarter number 1.
it looks like they're going to sit on it.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
7-6. Eagles is our score after 1. 2nd quarter, moments away. What did you see from Eastern? And really, what did you see from both sides? Now they've both allowed a score and both forced a punt.
Well, let's face it. Both scoring drives were highlighted by big plays, one on the ground, one in the air. And then, let's face it, the second possession, you know, they both teams tighten their defense down a little bit, and then Waterford catches a little bit of a break and hits for the big punt here. So they've got Eastern back here and that type of thing. But I think the defense has caught up a little bit with the offense.
2nd and 5.
I remember saying 50 might take 50 to win, might take 20 to win.
Brady Moore alongside quarterback Dylan Morton. Morton drops back to pass, firing up the seam. Pass is caught. Jace White shakes the first 3 would-be tacklers. White, far sideline, 1 man to beat. Stays on his feet. Touchdown, Eagles. 74 yards.
And I was just talking about the defense.
Number 3, Jace White with the 74-yard completion from number 24.
White's
Dylan
12th
Morton.
receiving touchdown of the season. 13-6 Eagles.
And that play's all made by possible number 1, a very accurate pass from Morton to White. And then White just absolutely refusing to accept anything less than zone 6. And then wiggles his way, probably broke 4 tackles to get to the end zone.
Morton on for the point after. Knocks it through. The lead is up to 8. We'll take a quick break. 11:44 to go in the first half. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
There's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly, and be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
3 plays, 90 yards. 74 receiving touchdown for Jace White from the hands of Dylan Morton. 14-6 Eagles.
Well, let's face it, in Eastern's 2 scores, basically one was set up by a big play in the throw game, and the other one was part of the throw game.
Morton on to boot it away. Here's Zimmerman from inside his own 25. He'll return it to the near sideline. Solid coverage by Rhinesmith. Ball comes out towards the end of the play.
Number 10, Trevin Zimmer with the...
I believe the ruling will have Zimmer down, so it will remain in possession of the Wildcats, 1st and 10. Some discussion between the near side officials after the play.
I think they were talking about where they're going to go eat after the game.
Number 10, Trevin
1st
Zimmer
and
with
10,
the
Wildcats.
He was rolled down before the ball came loose. Be Waterford, 1st and 10 on there.
Jones out in the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Screen pass near side, pass is caught. This is Heiss. Out past the 30-yard line.
James Jones to number 13, Jared Heiss. Ran out
Pick up
bounds
of about
by
3
Christian
yards.
Smith.
First catch of the night for the junior.
And again, I see a little bit of problem with that, with the way Eastern's choosing to defend that. But again, a 3-4 yard gain in a controlled pass is a successful
We have an
defensive play.
update on the
But the
Caldwell
potential
Notre Dame
there is
game.
huge.
Caldwell is up 16-0 on Notre Dame.
Caldwell up big, 16-0 over Notre Dame.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Zimmer and Jones alongside Jones in the backfield will be Zimmer. Out to the 35-yard line, just does get back to the line of
Number 10,
scrimmage.
Trevin Zimmer with the short to no gain.
3rd down and 8 coming up for the Wildcats.
Number 40, Landon Rhinesmith.
And again, an opportunity here for Eastern to get off the field and maybe start putting a little distance in this thing.
Judd Cooper, the right guard, back onto the field for Waterford. 35-12 win over Miller last week for the Wildcats. 41-27 over Shadyside a week ago for the Eagles. 3rd down and 8. Near side, Jones. Pass is incomplete. Batted away by Braylon Lamerson. 4th down and 8 coming up for the Wildcats.
I really think he was trying to throw that ball to Max Roberts, and he was open, but that ball looked like to me it was almost intercepted.
14-0 lead for Sheridan over Gallia early in the first half. We had a chance to see the Blue Devils a week ago against Vinton County.
Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me either.
White back deep. Warner now moves back, awaiting the pooch punt from Jones. This is Warner from his own 35. Looking to reverse field, has White as a lead blocker. Out past the 45-yard line, pushed out of bounds. Right at the 47, a late hit flag is thrown at the end of the play.
You can give those 15 yards to the Eastern fans. They absolutely got that call, and to tell you the truth, it looked like to me that the Waterford kid had no ill intention and actually fell down and was falling down as it happened, but it was clearly out of bounds.
$15 yards added to the end of the run. Should put it at about the 38 or 9-yard line. Official spot has it at the Wildcat 39, 1st and 10 for Eastern.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on Waterford's 39.
Another possession, starting off with solid field position for the Eagles. 2 backs in the backfield alongside Morton. He'll hand it off. This is Rhinesmith right side. Stood up at the line of scrimmage, powering forward, looks to pick up about a yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Number 40, Landon Rhinesmith with a 1 to 2 yard gain. Tackled by number 10, Trevin Zimmer.
Second down and 9 from the 38. Morton toss right side to Rhinesmith. He takes it to the far sideline. Flag down in the backfield. This one could be coming back.
Landon Rhinesmith on the carry. There is a flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Again, just a simple toss sweep, and I'm going to guess somebody got a little handsy there on the edge. But again, a nice run by Rhinesmith. Now, I'm going to make a comment about that. They may have done that in hopes that he'll roll. But that's a solid move. That needed to be done 2 weeks ago.
Referring to Michigan firing Connor Stallions, which just came in moments ago.
48.
2nd down and 19 for the Eagles. Pushed out to the Wildcat 48-yard line. Morton moves up in the pocket. He'll keep it himself. Flag down in the Eagle backfield once again. Morton just does get back to the line of scrimmage. Another flag down after the play.
Wow. I'm going to assume this one back here was a hold. Where the other one came out, it could be anything from a face mask to a personal foul to running your jibs. And it could be offsetting fouls, and it could be, we know the one back here was probably a hold against Eastern.
9:24 to go in quarter number 2. As we await the ruling.
It doesn't look like the Eastern sidelines is very happy right now.
Both flags still laying down on the ground.
So the first one's a hold. They declined.
So both fouls must be on the
Second
Eagles. The
was
second one,
personal
a personal
foul.
foul after the play.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't see anything physically. So the only thing I can think of is somebody must have said something.
There was 2 fouls on the play. Holding declined. Personal foul, Eastern. 15-yard penalty.
And obviously now we're 3rd and forever, and they're extremely behind this, far behind. That's got to be, I'm going to say 35 anyway.
Eagles
37.
started out on the Wildcat 39-yard line.
Second down and a mile to go for the Eagles.
Now all the way back to their own 37.
And needing 37. Oh, no ball in the 37.
3rd down and a mile to go for the Eagles. Morton back to pass over the middle. Pass is incomplete, intended for Tucker Lice.
For number 2, Tucker Lice.
And Tucker'd like to have that back. Outstanding throw by Dylan Morton. And if Tucker, if he secures that ball, he had hay to be made. And I really do believe he could have made a play on the first down for sure.
4th down and long now for the Eagles. They'll send the punt team onto the field.
And this is our look at their first time punting.
Eagles, 4th and 33.
Exactly 9 minutes to go in the first half. Morton gets it away, low lining end over end kick. This will be Jones from inside his own 25. Jones looking to reverse field, near sideline. Jones out to the numbers, flag down back around the Wildcat 25. Jones still on his feet, eventually taken down at the 35-yard line.
I believe they're going to get Mr. Jackson there. I think we got him for blocking the back.
Wyatt Richardson with the tackle.
So that's going to put the ball maybe closer to the 15-yard line. And really, that probably wasn't necessary.
Wildcats take over, 8:42 to go in the second quarter. 1st down and 10 from the minus 37.
What kind of signal was that?
Crackback block on the Wildcats.
Oh, that's a big
spot foul that'll push them back about 20 yards.
Looks like to me they're on about the 10.
Originally spotted at the 37, now moved all the way back to their own 10. Check that, 13, 24-yard penalty. Pass far side is caught down the far sideline. That's Jared Heiss, his second grab of the night.
And again, an outstanding run by Lice.
Number 3.
That's not Lice.
To number 13, Jared Heiss.
Heiss.
Taken down by number 4, Christian Smith.
And I'm going to tell you that pass was thrown backwards as well. That scares the heck out of me.
8-yard pickup for the junior, 2nd down and 1. Check that, 2nd down and 2. Jones will keep it himself, looks to bounce it to the outside, now back to the middle of the field. Jones has the 1st down.
Number 3, Hayden Jones with the keeper. Tripped up with the line of scrimmage.
8:25 to go here in the first half.
He did receive a short gain on that. Looks like 1st down, Wildcats.
Jones pushes it up to the Wildcat 28-yard line, 1st down and 10. Jones on the keeper, taken down in the backfield.
Hayden Jones
Landon
taking down number
Cavender
11,
in on the
Landon
tackle for
Cavender.
loss.
Again, Jones with that zone
It'll be a
read
2-yard loss on the play.
look, and it really did look like to me that time he was reading it.
Waterford's ball, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. Ball spotted at the 26. 3 receivers near side for the Wildcats. Jones looks to throw, pump fake far side. Jones lets it go. Pass is incomplete, intended for Caden McDougal.
Incomplete pass.
3rd down and 12 now.
To number 8, Max Roberts.
In a little double move. Tough route to go get. But they nearly connected on that.
It'll be Waterford's ball on the 26, 3rd and 12.
I'd still much rather see them, to be efficient, to throw the ball in the middle of the field. But
3rd and 12 for the Wildcats. 2 receivers both ways. Colton Jones in the backfield alongside Hayden Jones. Timeout, Waterford.
With 7:13
Coach
to go.
McCutcheon's first of the
Waterford,
half.
6, Eastern 14.
7:13 to go in the second. Yeah. 14-6 lead for the Eagles. Here in the regional quarterfinal of Region 27 in Division 7. Winner will face Caldwell or Notre Dame. As of now, Caldwell was up, I believe, 16-0 over Notre Dame. Waterford already facing Caldwell on the season, one of their 4 losses. 3rd and 12 for the Wildcats, same formation before the timeout. In motion, this is Zimmer. Jones rolling far side. Pump fake, he'll keep it himself. Just does barely get back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks to be a pickup of about 3, 4th down and 9. Landon Rhinesmith on the stop.
Down on the 40-yard line.
Again, let's give some credit to the Eastern defense.
30-yard line, be 4th and 7.
To keep Waterford on their own side of the field, and they're going to get the ball back, and my guess is fairly decent field position.
4th down, 8 yards to go from their own 30-yard line. Flag down by the near sideline judge. Looks to be the first sideline warning on Eastern.
We have a sideline warning against Eastern.
Now one for both teams throughout the first half. 4th and 8. Tegan Warner back around his own 45-yard line. Hayden Jones to boot it away. High end over end kick, returnable Warner from inside his own 40, cuts it up the left hash, now to the outside, near sideline, nearly brought down by Zimmer, eventually brought down just shy of the Wildcat 45.
Return by number 1.
Another possession for the Eagles, starting off on the Wildcat side of the field. Last possession out for Eastern, 3 plays, negative 33 yards.
Well, and what you want there is you want your punt return guy, number 1, to catch the ball in the air. And then, he was able to make a play and gain about, 15, 12 to 15 yards, which is outstanding. And again, like you said, great starting field position for Eastern again. Of course, they went backwards on their last possession.
1st and 10, play action, far side, pass is caught. This is Warner. Sheds the first would-be tackler, pushed out of bounds inside the 40. Pickup of about 7 yards for Warner.
And I think that package, really for both teams, I'm not real crazy about the way they ran that, but I think that package is open most any time they want to go to it. Same thing now this way. You can see how that sets up.
2nd down, 3 yards to go. Ryan Smith takes the handoff, flag down to the backfield, pushed up to the 35-yard line.
Tackled by number 33, Colton Jones. There are flags on the play.
Hold against the Eagles. That'll push them outside the original line of scrimmage. 4 penalties for 45 yards just in the first half for Eastern.
Well, and let's face it, those are killers. I mean, those holding penalties are killers.
2 penalties for 30 yards for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 11. If you're just now tuning in, 2 scores for the Eagles, a 1-yard rushing score. Check that, I believe it was a 14-yard rushing score, his 20th of the season for Landon Rhinesmith. Dylan Morton also hooking up with Jace White for a 74-yard score. Morton back to pass, firing near side. Wide open is Tucker Leist. Inside the 35.
Very close to a first down.
First down.
First down, Eagles. Move the chains.
Eagle ball, 1st and 10 on Waterford's 30-yard line.
$17-yard pickup for the junior Tucker Leist. Has had quite the night throughout the first half. Eagles showing twins. Morton pulls it out near side for Leist. Nearly picked off the ricochet. Incomplete. Leist has been a frequent target for Morton.
He sure has. And again, the slant route, which is, to me, the easiest ball to complete, is the one that he's missed on a couple of times. And let's face it, if he secures that ball, he might be in the end zone.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Warner in motion. He'll take the jet sweep to the far side. Warner makes the first man miss, has the edge to the right side, taken down, shy of the line to gain. Looks to be a pickup of about 6 yards for the senior.
He looked like Barry Sanders. He didn't shake one, he shook 2 dudes. But just not quite fast enough, or not quite enough speed to get the edge. But again, a good run. And brings up a very manageable 3rd and 5.
Five yards on 2nd down for Warner. 3rd down and 5, 5:18 to go in the second. 2 receivers both ways. Warner in motion once again. Morton
he's got
fakes
him.
it, firing
got
down the
him.
left seam. Passes incomplete, intended for Jace White.
And I'm sure that's a ball. I'm sure that's a ball that Dylan Morton wishes he had back. He had him open. He just underthrew it miserably. And probably if the Waterford defender hadn't have fell down, might have been a lollipop pick.
It'll be Eagle, 4th and 5. With ball on the 25.
4th down and 5. Coach Tomlinson leaves the offense on the field. Morton looks to throw, firing near side for Leist. It's incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Eagles handed back over to the Wildcats on their own 25. 1st and 10, 5:03 to go in the second.
And again, we haven't given them a whole lot of credit, but let's give credit to the Waterford defense that was able to, they gave up a couple of first downs and whatever, but able to stand up a little bit, turn them over on downs, and now give their offense a chance to maybe even tie this score up.
1st and 10, empty backfield. Jones back to pass, firing over the middle. Pass is caught. McDougal, his first catch of the night. Across midfield, McDougal still running inside the 20-yard line.
Pass from number 3, Hayden Jones, to number 2, Caden McDougal.
And again, they go trips and then motion the running back away, and then they're able to catch the slant on the short side of the field. And McDougal made more than a great play afterwards. And here they are knocking on the door here on the 19-yard line.
56-yard connection from Hayden Jones to Caden McDougal. Wildcats in the red zone. 1st down, they'll keep it on the ground. Jones straight up the middle. Inside the Eagle 10.
Colton Jones with a huge gain on the play. Tackle by number 34, Brady Moore. It'll be 1st and goal. Ball on Eastern's 8.
New set of downs for the Wildcats. Goal to go from the 8-yard line. Jones straight ahead inside the 5, diving for the goal line. Touchdown.
Touchdown, number 33, Colton Jones for Waterford.
From 8 yards, Colton Jones cuts the Eagle lead down to 2. Coach McCutcheon will leave the offense on the field. They'll look to tie this one up with 4:07 to go in the second quarter. Jones
there.
Rolling near side, firing to the end zone. High ball is over the head of Jared Heist. The Eagles will retain the lead. 14-12, 4:07 to go here in quarter number 2. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health has to offer by visiting our website at sosaohio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's sosaohio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband. Get it together.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new.
Blame it all on him.
14-12, Eagles leading. Wildcats with a big scoring drive, a big pickup on, I believe it was 1st down from Hayden Jones to Caden McDougal for 56 yards, and eventually Colton Jones pounds it in from 8 yards out.
Number 1, Tegan Warner back to receive.
2-point attempt was no good, so it will remain a 2-point lead for the Eagles with 4:07 to go in the second quarter.
Well, and plenty of time for Eastern to put a couple of things together, maybe even generate a score of their own.
Hutchins boots it away, his best kick of the night.
That's a live ball, boy.
Warner giving chase inside his own 5-yard line. He'll eventually pick it up. Look to return to the near side. Running out of room. He's taken down inside his own 5-yard line.
On the return. Tackle by number 60.
Impeccable coverage by the Wildcats on the kickoff. By far the worst starting field position for the Eagles so far tonight by about 40 yards.
You got that right.
Jackson and Bloom Carroll knotted up at 7 apiece at the half.
I'm not surprised.
I believe Litter Media is doing radio at that game, so if you're remote, not able to attend in person, make sure to check that out.
Support the Split the Pot Eastern Prom Committee. Ladies are right
First
down in
and
front
10
right
for the
now,
Eagles.
selling
They'll
your
keep it
tickets.
on the ground. Rhinesmith between the tackles. Up past the line of scrimmage. Taken down just shy of the 15.
Landon Wright-Smith on the carry.
Close to the line to gain.
First down.
I was going to say, I thought it was a first down.
Tackle by number 10, Trevin Zimmer.
First down, Eagles.
And again, not only they accomplish a first down, but they actually get a little bit of breathing room now. They don't, again, with 3:45 even running, that's still plenty of time to put something together here.
First and 10 now up to the Eagles 14-yard line. Morton will give it off. This is Rhinesmith between the tackles up to his own 21-yard line.
5-yard gain.
Again, a solid run of actually even closer to 6 yards. But
about a 7-yard pickup.
Update on the Caldwell Notre Dame game. Caldwell 31, Notre Dame 0.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Tucker Lice singled up near side, 3 receivers to the field for the Eagles. Morton will keep it himself, has Rhinesmith as a lead blocker up to the 25-yard line. Should have the first down.
Up the middle with the keeper.
I didn't think he got the first down, but where they're marking it at is a first down for sure.
First down, Eagles.
And again,
2:43 to go.
Obviously, Eastern, I don't think they'll be content to run this clock out. But if they're going to make a move now, I think they've got to go a little tempo here.
Wildcats set to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. First and 10 from the 25. Same formation for the Eagles.
They're going to get a delay. They just got a delay. They call timeout.
Timeout, Eastern. Their
Eagles,
first of the half. Paint Valley trailing Cincinnati Country Day 20-7 at the break. Shane Combs not too pleased about that. Although I'll tell you one guy who's probably a little pleased right now is Jared Haddle.
Well, but Jared would know that it's way too early to start blowing up the balloons or anything, but I'm sure he's pleased with what he's seen so far.
Morton on the keeper up the left hash.
And I'm surprised because you'd think now with a timeout left, or it looks like 2 timeouts left, that Eastern, although they're going tempo here, but they're going to have to put the ball in the air.
Eagles quick back to the line. Second down and 6. Morton to throw. Over the middle. Pass is caught. This is White. Up to the line to gain. Flag down in the Eagle backfield.
3, Jace Miller. There is a flag on the play.
Holding on the coach's side.
Yeah.
67. Jace White with the reception.
I thought he might have cut him. Yeah, he did. Oh, he face masked.
Face mask on the Eagles.
Oh, that's a drive stopper.
That'll push them beyond the original line to gain.
And the bad thing about that is that I think they had a little bit going, and now they have to go to plan B.
Looks like personal foul, face mask against Eastern.
Eastern now pushed inside their own 20-yard line. Penalties have been killer for this Eastern offense in the first half.
They have been. They really have been. And now Waterford might be able to manage their timeouts into another possession here, and they do receive in the second half.
5 penalties for 60 yards for the Eagles. 1:30 to go. Morton back to pass under some pressure. Steps up in the pocket. He'll have to try to make some ground
if I'm
himself.
Waterford, I'm calling a timeout here.
Unable to do so. Tackled down for a loss.
Tackled by number 33.
Colton Jones on the
Jones
stop.
and number 7, Cy Ware.
Well, Waterford lost about 6 or 7 seconds there calling that timeout, but a timeout was needed.
Coach McCutcheon uses his second timeout of the half. 3rd down and 16 coming up for the Eagles. They've had trouble getting behind the sticks, although leading 14-12.
Well, I think what you do here is you probably hand the ball off, take their last timeout from them, and punt the football with probably 50 seconds, maybe 55 seconds, and they end up getting maybe 45 seconds, and hopefully you can kick the ball at least beyond the 40-yard line. And if you can't play defense with 60 yards with 40 seconds and no timeouts, then you've got other problems anyway. But we'll see how this plays out.
Waterford 7-4, 3-1 in the TVC Hawking. Not technically in our coverage area, which is actually sort of ironic because we had more TVC Hawking teams on live stream this year than we had TVC Ohio, who is in our
That's funny.
coverage area.
Yeah.
Eastern Meigs, now Waterford. Last week, Vinton County, the only TVC Ohio team we got to see live this season. 3rd down and 16, 3 receivers near side. Direct snap. This is White. Out to the 20, out to the numbers, taken down just shy of the
Waterford,
25.
you'll use your last time out here. Yep. They got that out there pretty quick. So they're going to get the ball kicked to them. They should end up somewhere in the 50-second, 52, 53 seconds, and probably somewhere around the minus 40, maybe even closer to midfield. So, you know, who knows, especially with the way that the last time that Waterford scored, they were able to complete that quick, you know, the little slant route, and he was able to make quite a few yards after the catch. But, you know, if you're Eastern right here, this is not the position that you wanted to be in.
2 timeouts remaining for Coach Tomlinson. Coach McCutcheon uses his final of the half, 1:03 to go.
And again, we'll see if the coach has them ready for a quick 2-minute up-tempo offense here. I've been disappointed this year in looking for teams that are prepared to be able to do that. We'll see if Waterford's one of them.
Morton to punt it away from inside his own 15.
What we didn't talk about is a possible return here, which now he's caught in the air.
Jones to return up the right numbers, out past the 45-yard line, barreling ahead. Looks like he'll be brought down right at the 48-yard line. 52 yards, no timeouts for the Wildcats.
And 50.4 seconds. So let's see if Waterford's coach has them prepared for this type situation. Championship teams do.
(14-12) Eastern leading, 50.4 seconds to go here in the first half. 2 receivers near side, back in the pocket. Jones over the middle of the field, pass is caught. McDougall.
Stop the clock, move the sticks. You know, hey, they're ready. They ain't messing around.
Inside the Eagle 40-yard line.
That might be Jones's best throw of the night.
Pickup of about 12, 1st and 10. Timeout Eastern.
Oh, my. Not sure why you'd do that.
Timeout.
I mean, the only thing I can figure is they must have had, something wasn't aligned right or the coverage wasn't right. But now, if you ask me, Waterford's in business. Now, one thing that we do know from having watched the first half of this game, their kicking game's not real strong, or it didn't appear to us to be, unless that was just a god-awful, situation on that first extra point. But they're sitting here at the 40-yard line, now with 41 seconds. Now, again, no timeout. So what? If I'm at Waterford sideline right now, I'm telling Mr. Jones, you cannot take a sack. You cannot take a sack.
1st and 10 from the Eastern 40-yard line. Jones.
Same thing.
Back to throw, pump fake.
Little sluggo route. Can't
Running
take
out
the
of
sack.
time, forced out of the pocket. Firing downfield,
Got him.
passes incomplete, intended for Jared Heiss.
Incomplete pass from number 3.
Right off the hand, 2nd down and 10.
Again, I like seeing good coaching, and that time they ran like a little sluggo route. He stuck it in there, and the thing about it is, if he'd thrown the slant, I think he could have gotten it again, but he took it right up the seam, and then he checked it down. Looked like to me the ball should have been caught, and he could have easily gotten out of bounds fairly close to the 20-yard line.
32 seconds to go. 2nd down, 10 from the +40. Jones to midfield, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage. Ball's incomplete. Braylon Lamberson gets a paw on it.
And again, I'll give Hayden Jones, especially for a freshman kid, to just stay in that pocket. And again, I'm guessing his size at about 5', 6, or 7, so he's no giant. And trying to stay in there and get the ball down the middle of the field. That's an outstanding effort for a freshman kid.
3rd down and 10, 25 seconds to go. 2 receivers both ways. Jones in the backfield. Jones up in the pocket, firing deep downfield, one-on-one coverage, pass is incomplete.
They're going to get another shot. And again, Jones hangs in there. He looks like Peyton Manning standing out there. And to tell you the truth, I didn't get his number, but that's an outstanding job defensively, because that ball was catchable, very catchable.
Wyatt Richardson in coverage for the Eagles.
And again, I'm not sure why necessarily that Waterford felt like they had to throw the ball, near the goal line or in the end zone, but now they do.
4th and 10 after a 12-yard pickup on 1st down. 3 straight zeros for the Wildcats. Flag down before the play, a false start.
Flags on the play.
On Waterford. That'll push them back 5. 4th down and 15. 15 ticks to go.
Waterford.
Again, and I'm not sure why, but if I was Eastern, especially now that it's 15, I think I would bring one more.
Waterford's ball.
They've only rushed 4 every play. And they brought one this time,
4th and 15, Jones under pressure, pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Tipped by number 55, Cade Lice.
Cade Lice knocks it down, a turnover on downs, 8 seconds to go. Eagles take over on their own 45.
And again, if I'm Eastern, I take a shot.
8 seconds, 1 timeout remaining for Coach Tomlinson.
But I mean, if he takes a knee, I wouldn't argue with him. But you throw the ball down the field, maybe you get a pass interference, and maybe you get something that maybe you can throw closer to the end zone. But I just don't think I sit on this. And it doesn't look like they are.
Empty backfield for Morton. Sends Richardson in motion. Morton firing up the left seam. Pass is picked off.
Yeah.
Jared Heiss with the interception.
By number 13.
Now, I'm going to say it again. If I'm Waterford with 2.1 seconds, I'm not going to just take a knee here, even though I'm going to get the ball the second half. I'm going to take a shot down the field.
Morton's 6th interception of the season. Waterford takes over on their own 25. 1st and 10, 2 seconds to go. Waterford lined up in what appears to be a victory formation. They'll drop the knee. And that'll send us to the break. 14-12 after 2.
Waterford Wildcats, 12.
Eastern out in front. Waterford set to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. We'll be back in a moment.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
Taking the field is the marching Waterford Wildcats.
I'm pretty sure Waterford has had a lot of injuries though, because on the thing I got sent, they had a senior tailback that I haven't seen one time.
It was probably the captain that was out there with a sling on. I don't know.
At his house. At his house in the football game. We went there and watched Ohio State.
She must be older than him.
She's both of his nieces are 9 and 7 or something like that.
You're up here behind me.
Hey, what's happening? Well, she was staying all night. And that's normal for them. I can't tell. I think it's him.
Yeah, man.
Nothing like
Down
that
at the other
Logan
end of
game.
the restaurant.
Nothing like that Logan game. That was cool.
Granted, we got a little cable set here. I seen you walk up there with Freddie.
You good?
Huh? Can't? Yeah.
Behind you guys.
Jamie, show me.
Here is who are you going to call?
Not trim. I understand there has to be process.
seen Terry and Tony Smith. I haven't talked to them since I was probably 18 or 19 years old. I walked up, because Freddie said, Freddie, hey, Terry and Tony down there. I walked out there. They look at those evil sons of bitches. I mean, Tony's got a grandkid up here. I said, well, my youngest son is down here. And Terry said he bought that house right over there. Really? Wait. It got dark on me. There's a house. No, see where the porch light's on over there? Might be that house. And just moved back.
Fans, don't be afraid to join in.
I had so much fun with those guys when I was a kid. The only thing we didn't have anybody could pitch. We score 15, 16 runs and get beat.
Now, hand clap recorded by Fitz and the Tantrums.
It's going to trickle. It's going to come out slowly. It's going to happen.
Okay, Matt Weeks.
It's still enough.
No, what I'm saying, 50 hours of Ohio.
Let's help them out, fans.
On their iPod.
They will eventually.
That was 21, too, by the way. 21.
Like I said, somebody's going to
say play the game.
Somebody's going to
give them all back.
Somebody's going to sit down and look at that body, that computer body. Excuse me, sir.
Why do you say that?
Somebody's going to look at that computer body, and they're eventually going to go, okay, this guy can't argue about anything.
They can't beat Penn State or Ohio State. I think they beat Ohio State.
Think about it. They haven't run a defense in 2 years. Think about it. You think those players, it'll be, hey, you know why they were so bad in 2001? I'll tell you why. Because Connor Stallion wasn't allowed on the sideline. Why? Because on Marine bases.
It's like I think it's a black like a heater.
It'll be all right. It's going to happen. They're not going to win.
It will. They will eventually have hours of time sitting in front of that damn computer.
So bad that when I die, whether it be 20 minutes or 20 years from now, what's the sign? Those who stay in Michigan will cheat. You know, or Harbaugh, Ryan Day might have been born on third base, but Jim Harbaugh got caught stealing third base.
And finally, a graveyard smash. Monster mash.
I want to hear this whole thing over. I want to hear him.
He'll never hear.
No, probably not.
He's a narcissist. I guess Jackson's tied at half.
We saw him.
And the Waterford kid tore his knee. I tell you what, boy, if we win tonight, we might want to think about celebrating long and hard, but whoever plays top dog is going to get the Fellas, I'm going to go back down on the fence line. If you need anything, shoot me a text. I'll get it.
Thank you.
That wasn't a big threshold. What he said how bad they beat Notre Dame. That wasn't it at all. Yeah. No. Notre Dame High School. What he just said, he acted like Notre Dame was a big victory. I don't think so.
But I can tell you,
That's right. They ain't
at a higher level of skill.
got them all painted up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both quarterbacks are functional. I like the
They're
little
Cleveland somewhere in there playing.
Yeah, just short.
too. Of course, the other kid,
Well, he actually.
Let's hear it for both the Waterford Wildcats and your Eastern Eagle marching band.
He hasn't spread it out, but he stayed in the pocket in the right place.
Yeah. Need slice slack?
Better glass.
what I can't see is the whole height.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
All right, welcome back into Eastern High School. This is John Bruce in with Tim Daly for halftime here. I hope you enjoyed both bands. I'll tell you what, the Eastern band was very good size for a school this size.
No, I told Bruce, no disrespect. I mean, I think they're a rival to Waverly's band. I mean, no, outstanding job. And, I mean, their numbers, they might be 10, 15 members shorter than Waverly, but stepped right out there and got right to it now.
And Waterford had about 12, 15 kids, and they were good. I mean, it's nice to see, especially like week 12. You know, they've got to perform these a lot. So nice to see them get out. A little chilly night, but this has been a good football game so far through the first 24 minutes.
Well, I was just telling Bruce that to me, you know, coming out here and obviously not doing any film study, but asking questions and that type of thing. The game, to me, at a skill level, has been played at a much higher level than I had anticipated. You know, when you have a freshman quarterback like Waterford and Jones, for a freshman kid, right on target with a couple of those slants and a little bit of yards after catch, and we've seen punts caught and returns, and the game's been played at a fairly high level. It's obviously still up with grabs, with the difference being just the extra points. So, I mean, you know, the game's still, you know, it's, like I said, it's still up for grabs. And, I mean, and we've had some big – most of the scoring has been a result. It's somewhere in the possession, somebody making a big play. And I would say that the turnovers haven't been significant, but the penalties have.
Yes,
and Eastern has been hurt in a couple of possessions, and let's face it, about the third possession before the half, they had the ball down here in about the 38 or 39-yard line, ended up going about 40 yards backwards.
They started at the 39. It was minus 33 on the possession.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
absolutely, you know, that's how coaches turn gray and lose their hair and all kinds of stuff. But, you know, give Waterford some credit for that. But, again, some of that was self-inflicted for sure.
Yeah, and, you know, with 5 penalties for 60 yards for the Eagles, the Wildcats with 3 for 35. So, I mean, it's not like they've been, you know, kind of let off, but
they're not innocent. Yeah, they're not innocent, but I'm saying
Eastern's came kind of all jumbled and at a big time because, like you said, they started at the 39. So, I mean, and you don't get any points out of it, or really you don't move forward at all.
No, if I'm Scott Tomlinson, I'm telling them right now that, you know, if they'll cut down on the mistakes and eliminate the penalties, you know, the game, like I said, the one interception was just irrelevant. It was irrelevant. And the rest of the game's been fairly clean. Hadn't been a whole lot of sacks and tackles for losses, but the penalties have been a glaring issue. But, you know, fortunately, if you're coaching, you know, those are things that, you know, you can fix. And, you know, it's just a matter of concentration and different things. And we'll see who I honestly think whoever finds their rhythm first here in the second half probably will have the better opportunity, and obviously Waterford's going to get the first chance. So, but again, if Eastern can get a stop and get off the field, they'll get their chance. But still a lot of football to be played tonight for sure.
Yeah, they both scored on their opening drives. It was 7-6 after the first 2 possessions of the game. I believe it was a blocked extra point, but it was, at the very least, it
wasn't going to be good.
It wasn't going to be good. And then a couple possessions later, Jace White just made an unbelievable play to go 75 yards. Probably went about 150 total with the amount of cutbacks and moves he made to get into the end zone to take Eastern up 14-6, and then a 3-play 75-yard drive for Waterford, which was, it was a quick slant to McDougal, and then a couple plays later, Jones was able to get into the end zone. Their 2-point try was no good, which if he would have looked up a little quicker, I think he had his guy open on that. So it was very close to.
I think that. At the beginning, it kind of, I looked over and I don't know if I said it live or not, but I told Dewey it might take 50 points to win tonight. And, 3 possessions later, I'm sitting here saying, hell, 20 points might win this game tonight. But, and again, who knows what's going to happen here in the second half, because one thing's for sure is both teams have proven one thing. They're both capable of big plays. And probably when the whole thing's said and over, it'll probably be whoever made the most big plays will probably win the football game, because nobody has went on that classic,
10 play.
or even 12 or 14, 15 play drive and score. They haven't, neither team. And maybe, and again, if we knew a little bit more about each team, maybe we'd know that's how it's been for them all year long.
Yeah, so we'll have one more break here coming up, and then Dewey Daly will be back with the second half. Been an entertaining first half. I think we're going to have another entertaining second half. So this has been John Bruce with Tim Daly. We'll be right back after this break.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
14-12, Eagles leading. Big thanks to John Bruce for providing the stats during halftime. I believe the last update for the Caldwell-Notre Dame game was Caldwell up 31-zip on Notre Dame. So it looks like the winner of this Week 12 matchup here in Beaver will have Caldwell at a neutral site that I'm not exactly sure the location of. So it'll be announced on Sunday. So obviously we'll decide based on the teams. And I believe, like, when you look for soccer
Newark
and volleyball,
I
was going to say, like, for soccer and volleyball, it's predetermined stuff, where for football, they take the 2 teams at hand and try to find a middle ground, whereas I think it was the other day Fairfield Union and, like, Marietta had to drive all the way to Chillicothe for a whatever it was, a regional semifinal match, which makes no sense because it's like an hour and a half away from both. So we'll see where either Waterford or Eastern, and then presumably Caldwell will play in Week 13. But 14-12 Eagles as we get ready for the start of half number 2. Wildcats set to receive the opening kickoff of the third quarter.
Kicking off to Waterford.
Big thank you to Glockner Family of Dealerships, Parmar Stores, Willie & Son Trucking, McDonald's, Horizon, and the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group for making our weekly football, volleyball, and soccer live streams possible.
Well, and we've been treated, exemplary tonight by the Eastern Athletic Department and their staff as well for providing a very hospitable environment here for us.
High kick will be returned by Trevin Zimmer out past his own 35-yard line. A strong return. to start off the second half.
Zimmer was tripped up by number 1, Tegan Warner, and number 7, Eric Manley.
Now we'll see how close, how quick they look to possibly open things up. But honestly, to me, Waterford has probably been the more balanced of the two teams.
First play of the second half, Colton Jones straight ahead into the secondary, has the first down across midfield inside the Eagle 45. Big pickup for the junior on the first play from scrimmage here in the third quarter.
Again, a tremendous inside run and was able to turn a very simple play into a 20-yard gain and probably made 5 people missing.
Taken down by number 4, Christian Smith, and number 61, Ethan Satterfield.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the far sideline. First down.
Same play.
Right back to the ground. Jones between the tackles.
33 on the handoff again.
Out past the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 4.
Taken down by number 40, Landon Reinsmith.
Not sure we've seen this formation today.
Handoff
Isolation.
straight ahead between the tackles. This is Zimmer. Has the first down.
Number 10, Trevin Zimmer on the handoff. Tackled by number 1, Tegan Warner. Everyone, get your split the pot tickets out. Split the pot tickets.
Again, just a simple isolation play inside and finding a little bit of room in there.
$90.
First and 10 from the Eagle 25. The tight end, Max Roberts and Trevin Zimmer lined up near side. 2 receivers far side.
Speed option.
Jones fakes the pitch, cuts it upfield, has the first down and more.
Now that's how you run a speed option. Attack that in, run right at him. You even gave him a little ball fake, and he bit it. And Jones found all kinds of room up inside.
Inside the Eagle 10-yard line, goal to go.
8, 1, 2, 2, 7, 5. 5, 8, 1.
Again, back to that more of that power running formation. Again, isolation.
Back to the ground, Jones straight ahead.
Looked like he gained maybe 3-4 yards.
Pickup of 3 for the junior.
And I see they dropped the sticks. Is he inside the 10-yard line? So it's second and goal? Okay. I didn't see that.
Again, ticket number is 581.
Again, speed option down here on the goal line is extremely tough to
Kathy
defend.
Osborne at the north end of the bleachers.
Goal to go from the 7. Back to the ground. Jones inside the 5.
33 with the carry. Tackled by
pickup of 4.
61, Ethan Satterfield.
Now, he probably ran 15 yards on that play, but only gained about 4. I'm not real crazy about slow developing plays inside the 5-10-yard line.
Wildcats looking for their first lead of the night. Third down, goal to go from the 4-yard line.
Again, more of a passing formation for them. Yep.
Jones out of the pocket.
They got a
flag
hold.
Down to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Coming back.
For the time being, a 4-yard passing touchdown from Hayden Jones to Trevin Zimmer. However, it will be coming back. Hold against the Wildcats. Take the touchdown off the board. The Eagles, for the time being, retain their 2-point lead.
Third down. The ball will be on the 14.
Goal to go from the 14-yard line. Same formation. Jones out of the pocket, right side, back to the near side of the field. It's nearly intercepted by Jace White.
Pass broken up by Jace White.
I'm not buying that play for a second. Throw that ball 30 yards across the field like that. And I realize we don't have the best angle, but that play, that ball may have been slightly backwards too.
Coach McCutcheon sends the field goal unit on. Riker Hutchins from about 31 yards.
Lining up for the field goal.
Weston Fairchild to hold. From 30 yards, Hutchins is blocked at the line of scrimmage. No good. The Eagles defense makes a stand. 8:26 to go in the third. 14-12 Eastern.
I'm afraid that might have been a little bit of a squirrel looking for an acorn there. But again, John and I talked about it at halftime. It didn't appear to me that any of the penalties hurt Waterford in the first half, but certainly that penalty killed that drive.
Eastern takes over on their own 14. Trips to the near side.
First and 10, Eastern Eagles.
Ryan Smith alongside Morton in the backfield. First down, they'll keep it on the ground. Ryan Smith cuts it back to the middle of the field, has the first down and more.
Ryan Smith with the carry, first down.
Big
Taken
run
down
for
by
the
number
senior on
3,
first down.
Peyton Jones and number 20, Braden Smith from Waterford. It'll be first and 10, ball on Eastern's 33.
19-yard pickup on first down for the senior. Same formation on first down and 10, under 8 to go here in the third. Morton takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Ryan Smith. He'll keep it himself near side, just taken down. Looks to be shy of the 35.
Taken down by number 33, Colton Jones, and number 10, Trevin Zimmer.
Again, just flushed out of the pocket. Obviously, he was looking to
It'll be second and 9.
throw in the quick series and was, with no receivers open, just tried to make something out of nothing.
1 yard gained on the play by Morton. Second down and 9. Ball spotted on the 34.
Again, trips into the boundary, which isn't, unless they're looking to throw it up here to the single receiver.
White, Warner, and Webb bunched up near side. Handoff, Ryan Smith straight ahead across the 35-yard line. Looks to be a pickup of about 4.
Couple yards.
Again, here's a big play for Eastern right off the bat and an opportunity for Waterford to get off the field.
Third down, 6 yards to go.
It'll be third and 6.
And I really think Eastern will have to throw to get the first down, but we'll see what happens.
Wyatt Richardson lined up solo near side. 3 receivers far sideline. Morton, pass to the far side, caught by Warner, has some space up the far sideline. Move the chains. First down, Eagles.
24, Dylan Morton, 2, number 1, Tegan Warner. Eagle, first down.
That's too easy. That's too easy. And again, that's just simply by alignment. I mean, they could do that on the regular.
Warner pushes it up to the minus 44, first and 10, Eastern. Three receivers near side. Same play the other way, Warner.
Play. Same exact play.
Near sideline, up to the 46-yard line, pushed out of bounds.
Easy 6-7 yards.
Warner
Taken out
able
of
to get it up
bounds
to
by
the
number
49.
14, Xavier Heiss.
But again, you need to be careful with that and save that play for when you need it. You keep showing it to them, and they'll learn to defend it.
Pickup of 5 for the senior. Second down, 5 yards to go. Flag before the play.
Flags on the play.
False start, Eastern.
And you know what? Eastern had a play. We'll see if they leave it on there, but they were coming inside, and they had an edge. As quickly as that play was blown dead, they had an edge. They were going to get outside.
Have a false start on Eastern.
We'll see if they change the play.
Second down here. Would be 2 and 13.
They're just now tuning in. Rushing touchdowns from Hayden Jones and Colton Jones for the Wildcats. The Hutchins PAT was no good. 2-point attempt on the next try was no good. 20th rushing touchdown on the season from Landon Rhinesmith. Dylan Morton connects with Jace White
all
for
day.
About a 50-yard
All day.
score. This one caught by Warner near side, has the first down the near sideline.
Morton's pass complete to number 1, Keegan Warner. Eagles first down.
I mean, by alignment, really and truly, Waterford doesn't have anybody playing the nearest receiver, whatever you want to call him, the winged receiver. He's not in the slot, but he's inside the slot. There's nobody home.
Waterford's 34.
Inside the Wildcat 35. 1st and 10, Eastern.
Same thing. Now, you tell me who's guarding number 1. Well, they brought the safety over a little bit now, but that leaves this guy over here on an island.
Rhinesmith and Morton in the backfield. It'll be Rhinesmith on the ground on first down. He has the first down. Flag down, back around the line of scrimmage. Rhinesmith still on his feet, eventually pushed out of bounds. This one will presumably come back. Right guard Justin Bradley loses his helmet. Holding on the Eagles.
Again,
another costly penalty.
Again, we talked about it at halftime. I mean, and the worst part about that is you're sitting here in rhythm or starting to develop a little bit of a rhythm. Now you find yourself 10 yards behind the sticks.
1st and 20.
Same formation. Their adjustment is they've moved the safety over on that third receiver.
First down, 20 yards to go. Play action, Morton over the middle of the field. Pass is caught. Keegan Warner.
Pass complete to number 1.
Pick up of 12. 2nd down and 8.
And again, good call by Coach Tomlinson and the fact that there's no way the safety can defend him, but he can't get under that route. There's no way. You just run him up the field 7 or 8 yards, tell him to sit down right there, give him the ball.
Warner with a monstrous drive to start off the second half. Leave up to 3 catches now.
See, now they're back into the 2-2.
5 minutes to go in the third. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
If they want that third route, there's a speed option from Eastern.
Morton pitches it to Rhinesmith to the far sideline. Comes up just shy of the line to gain.
First down.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Just making sure you guys pay attention. So we'll be 3rd and 1 on Waterford's 25.
Third down, 1 yard to go from the plus 25. 3 receivers near side. Rhinesmith straight ahead. He's not going to get there. No. Stood up in the backfield.
In fact, he probably lost a half a yard.
Dylan McCutcheon on the stop for the Wildcats. 4th down and short.
Looks like Eastern subbing in their jumbo package here.
Looks like it'll be 4th and 2.
Fourth down and 2. Eagles need the Wildcat 24. Tight formation. Straight ahead, has the first down, the big guy.
Number 67, Big Brewer Tomlinson.
Brewer
with the
Tomlinson.
first down.
Somebody get the fridge on the phone.
Yeah, if you put 2 of them together, you'd probably have the fridge.
First down and 10 from the 21.
Same thing, and that's a backwards pass.
Bubble pass far side to Warner. Nowhere to go on the third time this drive.
Well, and again, there, the throw's a little bit behind him, so he's got to back up, which he absolutely loses every bit of momentum he could possibly have. And give Waterford credit for reacting to the ball inside out and making a play and getting Eastern behind the sticks on first down.
4-yard loss for Warner.
2nd and 14.
Second down, 14 yards to go from outside the 25.
So you can get a little better look at that. You see how no one's really guarding the. See?
Morton looking to go through the air, firing near side. It's caught by Warner inside the 20-yard line.
Warner's pass complete to number 1, Tegan Warner.
Inside the original line of
Taken
scrimmage.
out of bounds by number 7, Cy Ware.
Third down, 8 yards to go.
And again, that little opportunity was created by holding the ball and looking downfield and allowing Waterford to drop and then dumping it off to him.
Warner with 7 catches, total 6 just this drive alone.
Ooh.
Third down and 8.
I'm thinking speed option here.
2 receivers both ways for the Eagles.
Oh,
Pitch
my
to the
God.
outside. Ryan Smith bounces it to the outside, close to the line again, inside the 10.
Morton with the pitch to Ryan Smith. First down.
He's got the first down. Big thank you to the athletic department here at Eastern for setting us up quite nicely here, table and everything.
You'll get no complaints from me, but I might file a grievance later.
Goal to go from the Wildcat 10. Ryan Smith between the tackles, inside the 5. Flag down around the line of scrimmage. Penalties continue to haunt this Eagles offense here in Week 12.
Another holding call on the Eagles.
3 penalties for 25 yards on this drive alone.
Well, I'm going to tell you this as a coach. If that's the same cat doing that every time, me and him's going to have a little something here. But again, every time it seems like that Eastern's about to grab, a serious opportunity here and put some points on the board, they've absolutely shot themselves in the foot. And again, behind the sticks.
First and goal all the way out to the 20-yard line. Nearly out of the red zone on goal to go. Morton back to pass, firing near side. This is caught by Leist, his first grab of the quarter.
Pass complete.
Inside the 10, pickup of 11.
Again, a little what we call follow the leader, where you run your inside guy on a seam and a slant right under it. That route that's a great packaged route and open most often. I tell you what, I've caught a few of those before myself.
Eagles up to the Wildcat 9. Second down and goal.
Well, at least it puts them back in where they might be able to still run. Yep, speed option. No one.
Pitch
no
to the
one's
outside.
home.
This is Ryan Smith. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles.
Landon Ryan Smith.
His 21st of the season, second tonight. 20-12 lead for the Eagles.
I can't quite tell. I mean, I know they're optioning off the end, but I can't quite tell. There looked like to me there was a little crackback block there too. But they've run the speed option well. In fact, Waterford's running pretty well.
Morton on to make it a 2-score game.
That's right.
Warner to hold.
Yeah, this is a big kick. This is a big kick. They get this kick, they're in the driver's seat.
21 of 27 on the season. Hold is down. Kick is good from Morton. 21-12 with 1:52 to go in the third. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
There's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly, and be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
15 plays, 80 yards, and a 9-yard rushing score, his second of the night for the senior tailback, Landon Rhinesmith. A 9-point lead for the Eagles with 1:52 to go in the third.
Well, and John and I talked about it at halftime. The one thing that we hadn't seen was a sustained drive, and that's absolutely textbook right there.
Morton boots it away. It will roll out of bounds inside the 10, so that'll push Waterford out to the 35.
But again, give Eastern credit for doing one thing in that entire possession. They overcame themselves. They really did. Because they put themselves in a couple of bad spots and were able to dig out. And I tell you what, they really did. They've made great use of the little inside route by their third receiver, and they've run the speed option extremely well.
Out of bounds.
First and 10 for Waterford from the minus 35-yard line. McDougal singled up near side. 2 receivers to the boundary. Jones in motion. Handoff straight ahead. Zimmer nowhere to go. Flag down after the play.
I'm not sure. Maybe horse collar. Maybe. But I don't know.
Flag on the play.
Braylon Lamerson on the stop. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles. Add 15 yards to the end of the play.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, I was afraid.
That puts Eastern right at 100 yards worth of penalties tonight. With 1:45 left to go in the third, leading by 9. Wildcats out to midfield, first and 10.
Ball on the 50.
Restarting the play clock.
About the third time.
Yeah.
Miscommunication between the officials and the
Score clock operator.
Clock operator. Now they get it up to 40 seconds. The freshman Jones in the pistol. Colton Jones directly behind him. Speed option to the far side. Jones tries to cut it back to the middle. He's down for about a 6-yard loss.
Number 33, Colton Jones.
And again, we had the perfect angle on that speed option. What
number 85,
Hayden Jones didn't do was he didn't attack the line of scrimmage, and he came off. He was actually losing ground, and then his pitch was accurate, but it forced it. What ended up happening is the end came off of him and turned the pitch man back inside.
Second and 15. Ball there, 45.
2 receivers near side for the Wildcats. Second down, 15 yards to go. They'll go back to the ground. Up to midfield, this is the junior Jones.
33, Colton Jones.
Into Eastern Territory. Flag down after the play.
That's
laundry fest, to say the least. Unsportsmanlike conduct, this one on Waterford.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Waterford.
That'll push them back to their own side of the field. Inside the minus 40. 14 total penalties tonight.
Well, obviously, this is a tremendous opportunity for the Eastern defense to get off the field here.
Empty backfield, what will most likely be the final play of the quarter. Jones steps up in the pocket. He'll keep it himself across the 40-yard line. Has some space to the near side, across midfield, and pushed out of bounds. Pickup of 13 for the freshman.
Yeah, still going to need, I'm going to guess, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 8 yards for the first down, and you know, considering the time and the ball here.
4th and 8.
I mean, I think you have to punt this football.
Clock stopped at 22 seconds. A pickup of 15 for the quarterback, Hayden Jones. Coach McCutcheon sends the offense back on the field. The Eastern faithful on their feet, 4th down, 8 yards. Jones. Timeout, Waterford.
Timeout, Waterford.
Coach McCutcheon needs some more time to think. Waterford's first of the half. Zane Trace trailing by 7, 21-14 to Purcell Marion. A lot closer than the public may have perceived that game to be.
Ball on the 48, it'll be 4th and 8.
Jackson out in front, 10-7 over Bloom Carroll in the final minutes of that game. Offense back out on the field. Jones on 4th down, back to pass. Over the middle of the field, pass is caught. Max Roberts has the first down. Move the chains inside the Eagle 30-yard line.
And I can tell you what, you can look as hard as you can possibly want to find something wrong with Hayden Jones's game, and you're not going to find anything. And
what a play by the freshman on 4th down.
No, the kid's just, he's unbelievable. I mean, that ball wasn't just accurate. He could have caught that with his teeth.
Roberts pushes it up to the Eastern 26-yard line. The third quarter comes to the end, 21-12. Eastern leading as we head to the final quarter of play. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health has to offer by visiting our website at sosaohio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new
21-12, the Eagles leading by 9. However, the Wildcats threatening here as we start off the final quarter of play of this regional quarterfinal matchup in Region 27 of Division 7.
Well, if you're here, you know that Waterford's not ready to go home yet. So, I mean, if they can get a score here and get it right back into a one possession game and, possibly let their defense go back to work, hey, a score, a stop, and a score, they're right where they need to be.
1st and 10, a lot of motion.
But they've got to finish this drive. They've got to finish this drive.
Empty backfield, flag down before the play. Jones goes down hard in the backfield.
They've got him for illegal procedure.
There are flags on the play.
And I'm going to guess Eastern's going to decline this, which will make it about 2nd and about 18.
Illegal procedure on the offense. Penalty is declined by Coach Tomlinson.
And again, we were just bragging on him about a couple of minutes ago. That's probably a freshman's mistake. What he didn't do is he didn't let everybody get set.
Reminds you a lot of Cam Williams over in P-Town.
Very similar, very similar. I really like him too, and he's a freshman.
Both relatively undersized for the position, yet extremely talented on the ground. Jones, I'd say, with the upper hand through the air, steps up in the pocket, pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete.
Well, the kid from Portsmouth, the Williams kid from Portsmouth, explosive kid though, really, really fast twitch kid. This kid right here, it seems to me to be athletic, but very, very high level intelligence. Sees the field, poised. I mean, freshman kid.
Waterford faced with a 3rd and 17 from the plus 34.
17.
Out of the pistol, delayed handoff. Jones straight ahead, a ton of running room for the junior. Far sideline, has the first down and more inside the 10.
Love the play call.
Number 33.
Absolutely love the play call.
Jones on the carry.
Love the play call.
Down, Waterford.
Jones now over 100 rushing yards on the night.
And really, that looks pretty simple from where we're standing. If you're on the field playing, you don't know where the ball's at. You do not know, because he's reaching around from behind and giving that to him. And if you're in the secondary, you have no idea where the ball is.
1st and 10, Waterford.
But Waterford has to finish this drive.
1st and 10 from the 12. Jones looking to pass to the outside, now rolling out of the pocket. He'll keep it himself. Just does get back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's able to pick up about 2 yards.
And again, that was going to be that backwards pass that they were looking to try for. But again, Jones knows, he could see that the play wasn't developed the way it should have been, and it was risky, and he just kind of put his head down, and he actually made closer to 3 yards out of nothing.
10:51 to go in the 4th.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
And looking out here on the field, to me, he's clearly the smallest kid on the field, and he's just tearing it up.
2 backs in the backfield alongside Jones. Back to the ground. Colton Jones between the tackles. Pickup of 2.
33 on the keeper. Or on the rush, I'm sorry. Tackled by number 85.
3rd down and 6 for Waterford. Bloom Carroll now leading 14-10 over Jackson, with 1:33 to go in the 4th.
I would consider that an upset, but we all know we're Bloom Carroll believers, that's for sure.
3rd and 7 from the 9.
Big play. Don't have to get it all, but they got to get a good piece of it.
Jones Hands it off. Colton Jones cuts it up the middle of the field, inside the 5.
Very close to the first down. Very close.
Wildcats needed the 2-yard line for the first down. It looks like they'll be about a yard shy. 4th and 1.
Without a doubt, biggest play of the football game right now so far.
The kicking game has not been on par so far tonight for the Wildcats. You'd assume they'll leave the offense on the field.
Well, there's no doubt about that.
Looks to be more close to 4th and 2 for the Wildcats. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Off in time, Jones on the keeper, straight ahead, has the first down and more. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Outstanding call. I'm thinking isolation myself. Why let the ball come out of Jones's head? Let that running back get up here and pin that backer and get that quarterback up in there. Outstanding call.
Jones's second score of the night. This one to cut the lead down to 3.
Now, they really, it doesn't matter what they do here. It really doesn't.
What a drive for the freshman quarterback.
No, and again, I think you do have to give Hayden Jones a lot of the credit for that drive, but they were able to overcome a lot of things on that drive.
Coach McCutcheon leaves the offense on the field. Jones firing far side. It's caught. The 2-point conversion is good, and the lead is down to 1.
2-point conversion is good from Hayden Jones to number 2, Caden McDougal.
Listen, and I thought before on the slant pass, possibly earlier in the game might have been his best throw. From the angle I'm sitting at, that was an outstanding throw because he had a receiver going down, and I'm not sure, did we get a number on who caught that?
Caden McDougal.
Who's had an outstanding game. That's an outstanding catch, but maybe even a more outstanding throw.
12 plays, 65 yards, a 4-yard rushing score for the freshman Jones, his second of the night. 21-20, Eastern leading.
Well, let's face it, that's going to put a lot of pressure back on the Eastern offense to, obviously with 9 minutes to go, this isn't a 4-minute drive type situation. This is you have to approach this if you're Eastern. You've got to take this ball and you've got to go want to score with this ball. And they're just coming off of a 16-play drive where they had to overcome some penalties or whatever. So you got both offenses kind of finding a little bit of their rhythm. We'll see which one of them clinches first.
Riker Hutchins, the lefty, on to boot it away, trailing by 1, 9:05 to go in the 4th.
He got that ball laying down, doesn't he? Oh.
Kick is away. White from inside his own 20, returned right up the middle of the field. White is brought down just shy of the 40-yard line.
Number 3, Jace White. Taken down by number 33, Colton Jones.
Now we'll see what Coach Scott Tomlinson's got in his bag of tricks. Still plenty of time and plenty of football yet to be played.
Ball will be on Eastern's 40, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 right at the Eastern 40-yard line. 8:58 to go in the 4th. On the ground, Ryan Smith. Near side with space, up to the 45, pushed out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
Taken out by number 20.
Again, a little zone read look, and Ryan Smith able to get up inside and then bounce that thing outside. He's got to be 125, 130. 103, okay.
Over the century mark, both tailbacks now.
Well, and he's earned every bit of it. That kid runs hard right to the very end.
Over 1,500 yards on the season. Actually, right at 1,600 rushing yards on the season for Ryan Smith. 21 scores.
That's a lot of tutties.
1st and 10, Morton. On the keeper, flag down in the Eagle backfield. Morton looks to have a pickup of about 3.
Dylan Morton with the keeper. Tackled by number 23, Cameron Johnson, and number 70, Dylan McCutcheon. There is a flag on the play.
Penalties have haunted the Eagles throughout the contest tonight. It looks like we'll add on here. Chop block on the Eagles.
I'd be ball-headed by now. I would be. And the worst part of that whole thing, it's backside. It's backside. I mean, I would never tell a kid to take a blow, but if I'm the backside offensive tackle to a football play going the other way, you know, that might be able where I might be able to gain a little something.
15-yard penalty. Eastern backed up to their own 35. Morton has trouble with the snap. He's forced out of the pocket far side. Throwing, completing to Jace White.
Got about a half of it.
Morton's pass complete to number 3, Jace White.
No, got about half the penalty. The worst part about it is he stepped out of bounds. Now, it might be a little too early to be thinking that, but it's still needing about 20.
Pickup of 7 on the Morton to White connection. 2nd down, 18. Morton out of the pocket now, looking back near side. This is Leist up the left hash, taken down.
Tackle.
What a play.
Pass complete by Morton to number 2, Tucker Leist. Tackled by number 20, Braden Smith.
Braden Smith on the stop.
Yeah, outstanding play by Smith. And if he doesn't make that play, he probably makes at least another 5 or 6 yards and gets them into a more manageable 3rd and 10. But they've got him at 3rd and 16 right now, and they might be able to turn it loose.
Pickup of 2 for Leist.
That play looked better than 2 yards.
Leist a bit more of a quiet second half after a target-heavy first and second quarters.
You got a bunch formation out there and 3 guys guarding them.
Empty backfield, Morton. Curl go near side, it's picked off. Jared Heiss with the takeaway. His 2nd interception of the evening.
By number 7,
and I'll promise you, Dylan Morton wishes he had that one back.
Correction, number 13, Jared Heiss.
And here's the opportunity that Waterford was looking for, served up to him on a silver platter.
It'll be Waterford's ball.
Heiss
on their 47,
steps out of bounds on the -47.
We'll see if Mr. Jones here can continue his stellar play.
2 backs in the backfield alongside Jones. He'll keep it on the ground. Zimmer across midfield, flag down in the Wildcat backfield.
Trevin Zimmer with the carry. There is a flag on the play.
Now Waterford taking a chapter out of Eastern's book.
One of the more penalty-heavy games I think I've seen at any level.
Well, it's disappointing because here you are in Week 12 championship mode, and those are things that should not still be happening. It's really sometimes when players get tired or whatever, then they get a little lazy, then they want to hold and stuff, but you should be past all that by Week 12. In fact, you should be past that by about Week 3 or 4. But, you know, here we are.
Eastern takes their first time out of the half. 7:25 to go in quarter number 4. What a game we've had so far.
We've had an outstanding game, and I'm not sure why Eastern would call timeout there coming off of the holding penalty unless they again, we're not paying enough attention to know defensively exactly what they're doing, but they must have had somebody a little out of place. Actually, you want to know something? The only thing on my right now that's cold for me, my feet. My feet are cold. I don't even know why. Again, trips to the boundary and an empty look, which I don't think we've seen much of tonight out of Waterford.
Jones back to pass, steps up in the pocket. He'll look to make up some ground on his own, nowhere to go.
And again, by the looks of the receivers, I'm not too sure that wasn't a design draw. But if it was an extremely slow developing play.
Number 11,
the freshman is taken
number
down
85,
for a loss.
With the tackle for a loss.
Second down at about 25.
Again, this is, these types of situations when old McDougal's did his thing.
Hand off to Jones, nowhere to go.
33 with the
Landon
carry.
Rhinesmith on the stop.
Jones, stop by number 40, Landon Rhinesmith.
Third down and 22. 6:22 to go in the fourth.
It'll be Waterford's ball on their own 34, third and 22.
And again, I'm going to say it, they don't have to get it all here, but they got to get a nice big piece of this.
Third and 22, Jones. Back to pass.
Oh, he's got him!
Downfield, it's caught. Jared Heiss. Move the chains. Hayden Jones does it again.
Open. Jared Heiss.
Just outstanding poise again by Mr. Jones. And I'm going to tell you, he can't throw that ball a whole lot farther than he threw that ball, because if he could, that was zone 6. Now, how he got that wide open, I have no idea.
24 yards on the connection from Jones to Heiss. New set of downs for Waterford. The freshman continues to show off on first down. They'll go back to the ground. Jones with a ton of room inside the eastern 20-yard line. Back to back.
Again, outstanding job up front by the Waterford Cats. And they certainly look poised to make a move here. But we do know one thing. They have to get in the end zone.
Waterford with the ball. Eastern's 18.
5:12 to go.
Again, plenty of time. And if you're Waterford, you might even slip into a gear here where you want to use a little bit of that clock.
Back-to-back handoffs. Jones inside the 5.
What a
touchdown,
run!
Wildcats.
Touchdown, number 33.
From 18 yards, Colton Jones.
Outstanding effort. 2 plays in a row. Just an outstanding effort.
Back-to-back plays. Make that 3 in a row of 10 yards or more for the Wildcats. They punch it in with 4:56 to go in the fourth. 26-21, Waterford.
Now here, this 2-point does matter a little bit. But again, if you're Eastern, still plenty of time. But the momentum definitely is on the other side of the sideline right now.
For the 2-point conversion, far side, passes incomplete. It'll remain a 5-point game.
That was a very catchable ball. I wouldn't call that exactly a perfectly accurate throw, but a very, very catchable ball.
An 18-yard rushing touchdown for the junior Colton Jones. 26-21, Waterford with their first lead of the night. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here or here. On this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at GlocknerCDJR@Portsmouth.com.
Riker Hutchins boots it away, up by 5. Here's White from inside his own 20-yard line, up the middle of the field. White
He's got room.
Bounces it
He's
to
got
the
room.
outside with some space to the far sideline. Now back to the middle of the field. Inside the 40, back out to the 40. He'll be brought down right at the 39.
Randy Kendall.
About 20 yards on the return. I'd say close to 65, 70 total yards ran.
I don't know about 70, but maybe 40. He certainly ran his last 20 yards and didn't gain an inch.
That'll bring Dylan Morton and the Eastern Eagle offense out onto the field, down by 5 with 4:40 to go.
Well, we'll see now what the Eastern offense can do with a little bit of pressure on them. They cannot obviously sit and wait on this ball. They've got to go make hay.
1st and 10 from their own 40. 2 receivers both ways. Morton on 1st down, near side. This is Leist up past the 45, pushed out of bounds at the 48. A pickup of 8 yards for the junior.
And again, to me, that type of route has been their most available most of the evening.
By number 14, Xavier Heiss.
2 timeouts remaining for both squads. Clock stopped at 4:34. 2nd down and 2. Five seconds left on the play clock. Morton gets it off in time. Ryan Smith straight ahead, has the 1st down across midfield with some space. Near side, Ryan Smith pushed out of bounds. Inside the Wildcat 35. What a night for the senior.
Just an outstanding effort. Broke multiple tackles. You can tell Eastern's not done playing yet either.
Pickup of 19 for Ryan Smith. 1st and 10
Waterford's
Eastern.
34-yard line. 1st and 10.
From the plus 34. Right back to Ryan Smith. Not as much room this time around. Taken down hard. The freshman, Dylan McCutcheon, on the
Ryan
stop.
Smith with the carry. Taken down by number 70, Dylan McCutcheon.
Yeah, like I said, most of the yards that Ryan Smith has gotten tonight, he's earned every bit of it.
Short gain on 1st down, 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9.
He's
3:52 left.
Ryan Smith's limping too.
Morton pitches it out. Ryan Smith near side. We'll wait for the official marking. It looks like they'll have him just outside of the 20. Should be good for another Eastern 1st down.
And again, I really do believe that to me, in the 2nd half especially, the speed option has been an extremely effective play, both directions for Eastern.
Pickup of 12 for Ryan Smith.
But they've run that a lot left-handed, and that's not an easy deal.
1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Ball spotted at the 21.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him run the option out of the field.
Morton.
Inside zone.
Hands it off to Ryan Smith.
Hand off to Ryan Smith.
I think that just kind of sets them up. They get no gain, and all of a sudden he gashes them. Again, at this moment, the clock is not an issue.
Pickup of 2 for the senior tailback. 3:15 left here in quarter number 4.
Again, looking forward, if Eastern were to score, that 2-point conversion for Waterford becomes extremely important.
Eagles out in twins on 2nd down and 8. Morton will keep it himself to the right side. Nowhere to go. The Wildcat defensive line makes a stand on 2nd down.
Again, I couldn't tell if that was isolation or even they were trying to run that a little bit outside, but it was slow developing, and to me, that's not Morton's strong suit.
It'll be 3rd and 9.
And that puts them in a little bit of a hole here. And again, they don't have to get it all, but they got to get a nice big piece of this.
Loss of 1 for the senior quarterback, 3rd and 9.
And still well over 2 minutes to go in this game. I think they have to throw the ball here.
3rd down,
option.
Morton. Pitch to the outside. Ryan Smith inside the 15, barreling over defenders to the 10.
I think he needs about 2. You think it's a first down?
Taken down by number 20, Brayton Smith.
First down, Eastern.
First and goal.
First and 10.
The senior tailback continues to impress
Yeah, he's
tonight.
absolutely the last 5 minutes of the night. He's been the best player on the field.
2:05 to go in the 4th. 3 receivers to the boundary for Eastern. Wyatt Richardson stingled up to the far side. Ryan Smith.
A little bit of a
Straight
delayed
ahead.
draw.
Barreling forward inside the 5, up to the 4. Pick up a 5 for Ryan Smith.
By number 33, Colton Jones, and number 70, Dylan McCutcheon.
1:52 on the night.
And the clock at 1:45 and moving.
On the 4-yard line, it'll be second and
Nah. Well, you might have a point there.
Eastern going to let this one go out.
Well, there's no reason for Eastern to hurry.
1:30 remaining, 10 seconds on the play clock for the Eagles.
This is a big play here. I mean, if you're Waterford, you've got to get this in. You've probably got to get a tackle for a loss here.
Ryan Smith to the left side,
Oh, no.
brought up shy. Flag down in the backfield.
No question.
Flag on the play.
And it's just an absolute killer. And I'm going to tell you,
Eagles.
if Eastern is not to score here, these officials may need an escort out of here.
Eastern pushed out to their own 14. Goal to go.
That is such a huge break for Waterford.
1:12 remaining.
14-yard line, it'll be second and goal.
White and Webb to the near side. Warner and Richardson to the far sideline.
And again, I've said this before, and they've run, but I think they have to throw. That's a run.
Morton on second down, near side, pass is caught. This is Boston Webb, his first grab of the night.
Number 5, Boston Webb.
That's an outstanding throw, too, by Dylan Morton in a very pressure-packed situation.
The clock stops at 1:07. Goal to go from the 4.
They've probably eliminated the clock as a factor here. It's just a question of whether or not they can get the ball in the end zone, and with the timeouts that they have, they can run or pass here.
3rd down and goal.
I like Ryan Smith here.
Eagles in twins.
Speed option.
Morton pitches it out to Ryan Smith. Nowhere to go. Dylan McCutcheon.
And if you're Eastern, that's probably Waterford calling that timeout. Wow, Eastern called that timeout. Well, again, to be able to talk over a 4th and 5 is probably not a bad move, and especially if they didn't have exactly the play they wanted prepared for this in practice all
Ball will
week.
be placed on the 4, 4th and goal. Eagle timeout.
14 streams, 12 weeks. All come down to one
It
final
is.
play.
Why not? Why not?
4th and 4.
And you know, unfortunately, games have been for us this year suddenly lost. They haven't been suddenly won. You know, Waverly had
Back-to-back failed 2-point conversions to start the year.
And then at Northwest had a
Week
great
2.
opportunity to beat Greenfield and couldn't pull it off. And that's how we started. You know, is this how we're going to finish, or is the Eastern Eagles, is the claw the law? I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure what they may call here. I'm going to say it again. Lice is on the field, so I think we've got throw coming. I really do.
4th and goal. Here we go, folks.
And Lice is over here. They can double cover him.
4th and goal from the 5. Morton drops
got
back,
pressure.
firing, passes tipped at the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it. The Wildcats take over on their own 5.
Number 55, Logan Jackson, batted the ball down.
The junior Logan Jackson with the play for the Wildcats.
Well, unfortunately for us, this is what we've seen. We've not seen sudden victory all year long. We've seen, I don't know if I want to coin a new phrase and call it sudden defeat, but teams that have had the opportunity offensively to win football games, but the defense has won every single one of those situations. And this is a situation where they're going to have to run 3 plays. They're going to have to take 3 knees. But hey, give Waterford credit. They hung in there. And there was a time when things looked fairly bleak for them. But I can't say enough about this Jones kid, this young kid, this freshman kid that honestly, for me, has put on a show tonight. He really has.
A 14-7 second half for the Wildcats after trailing 14-12 at the end of the first, has them out in front by 5 with 55 seconds to go. You said it best. What a night for the freshman quarterback, Hayden Jones.
Just an outstanding. I mean, if I was any more familiar with the kid, I'd go over and kiss him and hug him myself and buy him a steak dinner. He's put on a show. And for this kid to be 14, 15 years old, and like I said, you get to this point in the season, and is he really still a freshman? And the answer is no, he's not. But for him to have the poise and the determination that he's displayed tonight, to me, is unbelievable for a kid at his age. And size, really. He's not the biggest kid in the world either.
Waterford out in victory formation. Jones drops the knee.
They'll have to do it one more time. There's about 10 seconds difference.
Eastern takes their 3rd and final timeout.
No, actually.
So now it'll take 2 more plays.
It should. It should take 2 more. And I'm sure the hometown Eastern High School here in Beaver, Ohio, is extremely disappointed to have come this far and have the opportunity that they had here tonight, and especially at home. It'll be disappointing, but let's face it, they're building something out here, and that's something that they can be proud of.
Bloom Carroll hangs on 14-10 at Jackson.
Wow.
Big win for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm a Bloom Carroll fan. I thought their demeanor and the way they just went about it when we had them up at Logan Elm, I thought they were outstanding.
Cincinnati Country Day 26-14 over Paint Valley with 4 field goals.
Yeah.
And a 12-point win. Another knee for the Wildcats.
Well, and
that'll do it.
He started it late. Now they don't have to take another snap. And Eastern does not have any more timeouts. That's it. There's almost no. Yeah, there's about a half a second difference.
And I tell you what, as this one trickles down, Zane Trace threatening at the end of the 4th quarter with a potential win over Purcell Marion. But for here in Beaver, the Wildcats are moving on. They'll get Caldwell in week 13.
Congratulations to the Eastern Eagles on a great season.
You want to go warm?
They're winning.
Warm the car up.
Yeah. They're winning. They're up 28-27.
Zane Trace out in front, 28-27 against Purcell Marion. How about the Pioneers?
And we came here, and we certainly don't regret coming here, but we certainly missed one there.
The final from Beaver, 28. Check that, 26-21 Waterford. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
26-21 is the final from Beaver. The Wildcats are moving on. I think we said Eastern 11 penalties for a $125. For Waterford, it was 6 for 70, if I'm not mistaken. So a pretty penalty-ridden game for both teams, and you can look back at the one for Eastern on that final drive. They go from third and goal to go from the 4. I think it was maybe second and goal to go from the 4, and you get pushed back to your own 14. And then you obviously have the completion to, I think it was Boston Webb, to get it back to the 4, but then you lose a down and unable to convert on 4th down.
Just a tough way to finish the night. It's not like they didn't do that most of the night. And again, from a coaching standpoint, that's a tough deal. I mean, it's just a tough deal, and it's hard on the kids. But you know, there's plenty of lessons out there this evening, that's for sure.
All right, stats from our final game of the season, at least we think so. We'll see what happens in week 13. For the Eagles, Dylan Morton, 18 of 28 for 247 yards, 1 passing touchdown, and 2 interceptions. On the ground, Landon Rhinesmith, 23 for 151. Receiving for the Eagles, Tucker Leist, 6 catches for 90 yards. Boston Webb, 1 grab for 10. Wyatt Richardson, a catch for 12 yards. Jace White had that monstrous 74-yard receiving touchdown. And then Tegan Warner with 7 catches for 58 yards. We'll look now to the Wildcats. Hayden Jones, 8 for 17 for 151. On the ground, Jones with 36 rushing yards, and I believe a couple of touchdowns as well.
Yes.
At least one, if I remember.
I know he had one, yeah.
Colton Jones with Colton Jones with 19 carries for $162. He had 2 rushing touchdowns of 8 and 18 yards. And then through the air, Trevin Zimmer with 2 grabs for 21 yards. Jared Heiss with, I believe, 3 for 35. Caden McDougall with 2 grabs for 68 yards. And Max Roberts with 1 grab for 26 yards. That big conversion on 3rd down. What a great game here in Beaver to presumably wrap up our season here on SOSA.
No, I don't think it could have ended any better. And again, it's funny that we were in so many close games and single possession games, and the defense won all of them. And you know, tough night if you're an Eastern Eagle. You know, I'm going to say something that probably isn't going to bring you a whole lot of comfort, but you can be proud of what happened out here tonight. And I know you think you missed one, and you know, maybe as the coach in me says that too, but those are things that can be fixed, and they're building towards something special out here.
Eagles finished their season 11-1. the greatest season throughout the first 10 years of Eagle football here in Beaver. It comes to a bit of a bitter end, but a great season nonetheless. We appreciate all of you for sticking with us on this long journey throughout the 2023 high school football season right here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.